Hey guys, back in here. I could really use your help, anyone who has knowledge on how to put a sound font into this board. This is a Crystal Focus version 5.6 on a manual. It is the same thing as a version 5.1. This is a Yun chassis. I just want to change the sound fonts on this thing. So I'm going to direct your attention to my computer, as I have two SD cards. So I'm gonna try and make this a quick video. Okay. These are not the SDHC, these are just regular ScanDisk. These two have the same exact sound. So they're both, so this one works and this one works. I just formatted it. The manual states that it can go up to 2 gigabytes. So this is the maximum, and I can basically, both are exactly the same thing. Alright, and that's the manual. It states that it needs to be a 16-bit 22050 samples per second. So it's not going to be a raw file, it's going to be a .wav file. This is from the Crystal Focus version 5.1 manual. So I used the sound font from Machinima. He was kindly enough to give the sound fonts to the public, the Jedi Dark Forces sound font for Crystal Focus and NEC soundboards. So I downloaded the sound font, and it would be in this computer. Okay, Machinima from FX Sabers, and I have the sound font right here. I'm not using Mac OS, I'm using this sound font. Put it into my desktop, extracted it. Alright, so these cards have already been formatted. They are correct. Both of these micro SD cards are FAT, F-A-T, standard. I'm just gonna show you they're both the same thing. So I'm just gonna lay my camera down. Just gonna put this here. Alright, there you go. I'm just gonna show you. They both were properly formatted the same way. They formatted under FAT. So if I were to reformat this, this is how I do it. FAT on default, 16 kilobytes. This used to be under default, but either way, I've already did the default. It automatically selects the 16 for a 512 megabytes SD card. So this works. This is the original sound font that came with the lightsaber, and I'm using that as my guideline. So as you can see, these all work. They both were formatted. My 2 gigabytes are both formatted the same way, and they both put in from the original card into the 512 and the 2 gigabytes. So they both work on the original one. Now the problem I'm facing is, like I said, transferring the sound into the appropriate bank slots. So this is number 3. Yoda. So anytime that I would pick 3 as my sound font, it would link to bank number 3. Alright, so if I hit Yoda, then it would be bank 3, and these are all the Clash sounds and everything. Okay, so because Machinima has created a sound font for the Dark Forces lightsaber, there are ones that are extra more than this one. So I did both of them. I compare it, and this has more boot sounds, so I'm going to delete those boot sounds from the sound font. Delete that. It has 4 boot sounds, but I'm just going to use 1 because it matches with 1, and I'm going to delete the JKFD because it doesn't have that, and that's about it, and they all match. So if I hit Control A, and then well, actually it doesn't, no Control A. Alright, so just gonna select all like that, and I'm gonna see how many I have. This should be about, well, I'm not looking at the size, I just want to look at how many folders are there. Actually, it's over here. 32 items selected. So I want to make sure 32 items are selected and deleted. So this, from here to here, they all match, is 32 items. So as you can see, 32 items on the 512 card, and 32 items on my desktop. So I want to input these sounds into this one. So I'm going to delete this card, delete the sound banks on bank 3 card, and move this to here. And there you go. That's my process, is take whatever information I have here, transfer it to the SD card. Okay, this is the Yun sound font. So anytime I hit, hypothetically, if I selected number 3, Yoda, it would give me the Dark Forces 2 sound fonts. Alright, so now I'm going to take the 512 out. Alright, just going to take my 512 out. I take my 2 sound cards, my 2 SD cards that has sound fonts. I'm just going to lay them side by side so you can see it. Alright. So this is going to be pretty hard because I need to have hands for this. Okay. Alright, so this is... Just put it over here. Into my tripod. So it makes my life easier. Alright, zoom it, focus. Okay, so let's start out with the 2GB one that I've had originally, never modified. The 512 one is the modified that you see on the computer. So I'm going to show you the original one works. And I made sure that the kill key is on. You had to make sure that the kill key is inserted before you proceed. Okay, you gotta gently lift up the board. It is very difficult with the camera in the way. This is a very old chassis. Before 3D printer. Alright, so now the 2GB is inserted. Pull the kill key out. There we go. Alright, so I'm going to have to change the font. Okay. Swing sensors are a little bit off. I might have to reformat the card. So the missed swings are probably because the battery is a bit drained, so I'm going to have to charge my battery. But you get the idea that the sound works. I'm just going to put the killer key back in. I want to take it out. So don't worry about the missed swings. I believe it's the battery's being drained, so I'm going to make sure I have to charge it. Alright, this is confirmed working. Now this is the 512 that I showed you on the computer that I've replaced the sound font. Okay. It's very tricky to put in upside down. It's caught against the wire. There you go. Alright, now put the kill key out. So nothing will turn on. Alright. So, sound font is not working. It's probably because of the format. I'm gonna show you. So I'm using my tripod. Alright. The format I use is an online converter, and it says I can actually convert WAV files. That's what I wanted, and the manual states that it would support the following: 16 bits on 2250 samples per second. All the information from the manual. So I did it exactly accordingly. 16-bit under 2250 Hertz. Audio is mono because I'm using one sound, and I just convert the file, and that's how I'm able to I did the process all over again on every single font for the boot. So I was thinking about changing the boot sounds. While doing that process, same problem. So I don't know what kind of format I should do it in, but I would really appreciate if you can assist me on this, because I'm using a Crystal Focus version 5.6. The board works. I couldn't afford to purchase another board, so I would really appreciate if any of you guys could help me out in this little problem. Thank you for your time. This is Patkin signing off.